Thanks for joining. Today is day number 4 in Python. We have completed so far. We have completed day unit 1, unit 2, unit number 3. Now we will go to unit number 4. Yes, we will go to unit number 4, where we have to understand about the data structures such as list, tuples, and dictionary. This is very important, dictionaries, because actually you will get dictionary type of data structure later on when will you do the real life scenario, real programming. You will get such type of complicated data structures, dictionary. Even list is also important. A list within list is also possible. Even dictionary within dictionary or dictionaries within dictionary, you may have list as well. So mixing or nesting of data structures are also there. Then last module, we have file exception handling packages. We'll see that. So let's move to that unit number 4, where we have the data structure such as list, tuples, and dictionary. Now, this list, simply you will go to the square bracket, you'll put A, B, C, D, etc., etc. Then you can go and use methods. We have list operations like methods. We can slice it. We have different type of methods like we can pop, we can push, we can edit, we can sort. Those type of things are there. Lists are mutable, but then there is other data structure that is tuples. They are immutable. You can't change that format and all. And then finally we have dictionary. In dictionary also we have the operations and different type of methods. We'll see that. And you can see with respect to list, I have created a chart. You can append, remove, insert, pop, sort, reverse that list. Mutable because can be changed. Tuples again is the collection orders of item. It is immutable because you can't change it. And then you can see dictionary. There also you have methods like finding the key and value. Dictionary is actually a data structure where you have the key and value pair. You can get and update those type of methods you can go and use. Now here you can see the example. We have the devices. I can go and fetch something. I have 2 command prompts. List is very easy, right? You can go to Python and you can define anything. Suppose I have devices and then I can go and list, say R11 and R12. And in our lab, we have these type of devices, 11, 12, R21, R22. So this way you can go and define list. Now, if you go and print the devices, so it will go and print the list. This is the list that I am printing, but as we know that within list we have the methods that if you want you can go and remove this entry. If you want you can go and add something after R22. If you want you can sort it. If you want you can slice it. Suppose if you want to print the devices, oops, from 1 to 4 or 1 to 3, etc. So if I can go back here, say print the devices. Now the devices we can go suppose 2 up to 3. Starting from 2, this means starting from 2 go to 3. So that means this. Likewise, if you want you can go and print like 2 to 4, so it will print like this. If you have some number, say 0, 0 means the first entry in this line. Like that you can go and play around with this. Then there are methods such as we can go and remove some entry. You can go and remove. You can use this inbuilt feature, remove. Then if you want you can go and add as well. So addition, deletion, all those things are there. You can create the aliases as well, and then you can go and print this. So if I want to print this list in a order, so we can go use for loop, right? For device in devices, right? And then print device. Oh, what I have used devices. Okay, no problem. Print devices. You know why it is not taking? You have to give the space 4 times and then enter. Now you can see this. You can go and put that list within a loop. So 11, 12, 21, 22, it is printing all those devices one by one, that you can go and use the loop as well, just to print the devices. Likewise, we have tuples that you have these 3 entries. Likewise, you can go and print as well. No problem on that. Sometimes you'll go and use the tuples examples as well. Oh, Mike is there. Let me allow him a little bit late. So actually, we are going to focus more on the dictionary. Before I go to dictionary, if you have any question related to this, it's very easy and straightforward at the list. But if you have any question, please feel free to ask. Right. You have any question?
The list needs to be on under character like that one, under code.
Yeah, within this.
The values.
Yeah, within the bracket. If you have characters, then it is within this code. Suppose you do not have characters, suppose you have numbers, then you can go and do like this: 10, 20, whatever, 20, 30,
Okay.
40, like this. And then you can print the numbers. Even you can go and use the for loop, say for number in numbers, and then you can print the number. Print if you want some specific entry within that. I want numbers. Suppose I want number starting from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. 2 means position number 3. So position number 3. 2 will indicate 3. So like that it will go and print. Yeah, but if you have those characters, then you have to put within the quotes. Right? Okay, and okay,
Question,
no.
Ranesh.
Yeah.
Can we add another list inside a list? Have like a multiple list there?
Yes, we can add.
Okay.
So list within list is there, dictionary within dictionary is there. Dictionary can have the list as well. So those type of complexity, like complex data structures, are possible. And in the programming that we'll do for the networking, like networking programming and complex programming, you will have such type of examples. Earlier I was showing
We
you.
have? I'm sorry. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was showing you earlier. I was showing you one of my SDWAN program. Oh, it is not here now.
Can we have a list with different type of data, like numbers on the same list, characters, something like that, or no?
I think that is not possible, but
Okay.
let's see. Let's create it. Mix. We want this. Suppose A and 10. If we have such type of list, then it will work, right? It will work. It will work. There's no problem. You have that.
Okay.
You can have mix of that. And you have the nesting is also possible. Yep. It is there. because sometimes you have some item and then their price. Suppose
Yeah,
name and
exactly.
age, like that,
Exactly.
those type of things.
Or
So yeah,
switch name and IP. Right.
switch name and IP, those things. Yeah, but those things, we'll see. We'll mix those things within the
An
dictionary.
IP can be will be managed as number or as a character. The IP of a device.
IP having dot numbers, so
Uh-huh.
it is some means it depends upon the use case, but it is a character. If
Mhm,
you want full IP address, so you have to treat this as a character. But sometimes
mhm,
what we are doing, we are splitting that numbers like 192 and then 168 and then 6.1. So we are using some split function to split these numbers and use it as a number. So it's up to us that how we are treating it. So there is one function, validate IP address. There is one function that which will go and validate the correct IP address or not. So in those cases, we are splitting that. We will go and split that number via after dot, and then we'll take all 4 pieces of IP addresses and it will be injected in some other routine, in other function. Like that we are treating. Okay, I was showing you one example, one big example. Later on, we may go for project. Like yesterday, we are doing one lab task. That lab task I have converted as a project. So we have one project. We have to complete one project. In that, we have the HQ and data center. In HQ, you have switches. In data center also, you have switches. You have to create one link between HQ and data center. And then in data center, you have the DHCP server. So you have to configure DHCP server in data center, and you have to make relay agents in between the data center and the HQ, and the devices in HQ will get the IP address. So I'm going to show you that project in the next CCNA session. But yeah, I created that as a project that will be nice example using different type of technology in same scenario. We'll check that. So I was telling you that earlier, maybe you joined a little bit late, that I'm developing one script for one of the company and taking the sessions for them. Main. Later on, you will see that complexity of the program will increase drastically. And in that, you have to go and read, understand the different type of data structure. Mostly you will see that the useful data structure is dictionary, where you have the key and value, key and value pair, key and value pair. Like that you have. You can see that I am within a list. You can see the metric. This is the list. Within the list, I have dictionary. Why? Because I have key and value. Key and value. Dictionary is a key value type of data structure, but within a list, this is the list. You can see I have one field. This is a list. Within this list, I have key and value. Key and value. So that's the nesting. We are nesting. Then you can see that I have one list like tunnel name, loss, latency, jitter, right? But you can see this type of data structure metric. Metric within a list, we have dictionary. So those type of examples are there. And when you go for higher end programming, advanced programming, then you need all these things, you know, but you should understand that how we can go and define the function. So this is my function. Then you should understand that how we can go and put the error handling parameters, try and accept, try and accept. So you can see the nesting of error handling, like within try accept, I have accept. I'm handling that. By the end of this program, I should have this try and accept. Then again, you can see aggregation. You have the dictionary. Within dictionary, you have list. Within list, you have dictionary. This is key and this is value. So within key, I have value as a list, and within list itself, you can see I have key value, key value, key value. These are the complications you may have later on in the data structure. So you can see that the dictionary is starting as a aggregation, ending here, but within this dictionary, how many entries you have? So you have list, these are the list. So within this dictionary, I have list value 1, and then again we have the dictionary. So I have list, and this is dictionary key and value, key and value. So actually this is list, and then this is dictionary. So you can see the mix. This is a perfect example. You can see that I have a dictionary, within that I have list as well, I have dictionary. So dictionary within dictionary, like key value within key value within the list, and within list itself you can see the dictionary. Within list itself you have the dictionary. So all sort of nesting is there, list, key, key, list, all those things, because we want to get these information, and this is in the JSON format. This is nothing but the payload. So your payload may be this much complicated because you need such type of complex data structure output, or maybe input, and then you want to take this as an input, and then it will print those information as an Excel sheet. So we'll go and convert the JSON with some Excel functions, and we can go and even convert in the table format, or we can go and convert in the Excel sheet and print the output. Okay, so all such type of examples are there where you can go and have the mix of the data structures, right? And these, now if you see these things,
Ramesh, for example, for what I can use the dictionary? For what
key value pair.
real
Let
case?
me go to that. Yeah, key value. When you want key and value, today I'm going to show you that example. Dictionary, you can see the dictionary we have, where we may have key and value, key and value, key value pair, device name and IP, for example. But we have some advanced example as well today. But here you can see that if I have to go and read dictionary, they are storing key and value pair. And this is very important because always you have some key and some value. Now, this is your dictionary. From this dictionary, if you want to go and read the IP address of R11, so this output will be this. If I go and print this, then the output will be this. If I go and IP address for this equal to this, if I go and assign, if you are adding new key value pair, instead of, so this is the dictionary, I can go and add switch 103 entry as well, like this, and then I can print like this. I can delete. So I can use some addition, I can use some deletion in this dictionary, right? Key and value pair. You have any other question?
Is it case sensitive? Like you're
It's not.
deleting SW101, right? It is.
Yes, obviously, if I go and give a small SW102, it will not match in this. 100% this is case sensitive.
Okay, great.
So if you are deleting a small SW101 and this is capital SW101, so it will not get deleted because it will not match this character. Right. So key and value pair, key and value. You can go and create the key and value pair example. So now what we are going to do today we are going to check this complex programming. Here you can see, try to understand this, that you have this dictionary configuration. This is very interesting example we have, where we have dictionary. This is used for dictionary, and you know that what is used for list. The bracket we are using for list, right? So if you go and check the examples, and you can go and in your system you try to just complete all these examples. So when you are using tuples, you are using this bracket. Okay. When you are using the dictionary, then you will go and use this. When you will go and use the list, then you will use such type of bracket, a square bracket. So all these having different type of examples. This is what? This is list. This is what? This is the list example, right? And if you have this type of parenthesis, this is the dictionary. Why? Because you can go and define the key and value. Now, in this very specific example, this is actually very important and little bit complicated example, where you will see configurations and items. So within configuration, you have, even you can go and explore this as a configuration and devices. But anyways, configuration and items, you have 11, 12, 110, etc. And then you can see that we have interface name. This is what? Key value. Now, again, let's go one step back. Since this is dictionary, and suppose if this is a key, these are the key. First entry is key, right? So what will be the value for this? This is the value. This entire thing is a value. So for R11, if this is the key, what is the value? This is the value, right? But once you go inside this is like dictionary within dictionary. Once you go inside this, then this is the key, this is the value. So if I want interface, this is the value for the interface. If I want IP, this is the value for the IP. If I want subnet, this is the value for the subnet. So within dictionary, you have dictionary, right? So I'm going to run this lab. Let's go and build our structure. I'll go and save one file. There in that folder, that is test. Oh, I already have test file in this, you can see, but I'll go and make, it's not the plain text. Actually, I already have a test. Let's do one thing. Let's delete it and create our own. This, and if I can go and use test Python p test is there. I want to create my, okay, nothing is there. Now we want to create the dictionary. Normal dictionary is very easy. You can go and give some parenthesis. You can go and define the key and value. Say R11 and then ABC, like that. This is the example for the small dictionary. But in our case, what we want to create one dictionary within dictionary use case. I want to create one configurations, and then within this configurations, I can go and create a device name and then the interfaces, IP and subnet, like that, such type of example. So for example, let's start with R11. If this is the configuration item, and you should go and separate the dictionary with the colon. And now what I want dictionary within dictionary. So again, I need this, right? Now here, what I want the interface. What is the value for the interface? Suppose gig 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., etc., etc. So I can go here and say, in our case, what we have some Ethernet Ethernet says 0/0. So this is one entry, right? Then I want to create other entry. What this time? IP.
Comma is the separation between entry inside the dictionary.
Yeah, so comma we can
Okay.
give here in that. IP suppose 192.168.1.1, and then the mask, subnet mask. So you can go and give the subnet mask. Then, for example, this is one of the example 255.255. So this is my dictionary within dictionary, right? I'll go and add other entries later on. Now, if I go here and print the configurations, what it will print? Just you're printing the dictionary within dictionary, right? Now, if I want to print this item, how I can go and print? Yep.
Has the value of the key? What's the value of the key?
Yeah, if we want to print the value, then how we can go and print that? Okay. Think. I'll give you one minute or
Well,
30 seconds. Think how I can go and print. I need to
print the
read.
value, print the key, no? The key value.
Okay.
R1, no?
R11 and
R11.
yeah, R11, and then I can go and so this is the dictionary. In this dictionary, we want to read these items. I want to read these items. How we can go and read these items? So now in this example, you can see that I have only one entry. In this dictionary within dictionary, we have only one entry, right? So this is nothing but the items. In these items, we have only one item at the moment. But in this item, we have key and value, and then we have key and value within key value, right? Like we have the nesting. So anyways, if I go and check the value for R11, it will straightforward, it will print this. No doubt about that. But later on, if I want to read the interfaces and what interfaces, IP and what IP, how I can go within the dictionary in the dictionary. We have two dictionary. So we have to go to one dictionary and then we have to go within that dictionary, like item and under item. So for that, what operation you can do? How we can call that? Function within function, dictionary within dictionary. What type of mechanism shall I do to read that? So see, if I go and use one for loop, say how you're reading the list. If you have any list, if you have any list, for example, you just check this logic. Suppose 10, 20, 30, 40. Now this list, if I go and write like this, just understand this. So you have list item. This is one of the item. This is 2, this is 3, this is 4. Here I have the dictionary. I have only one item here. I'll do one thing. I'll add one more item, say 12. Suppose 1, suppose 2. Now, if I have such type of items like this, right? You can say list. What you will do? You will go and use some for loop, right? For loop. Here, if you have to print the list item, what you will do? You will do this. For list, so for a list item, list items in list, and then print list items, whatever. So this will work, right? If I go here and if I run this program, should give comma here, right? Sorry, it's yeah, it's throwing error because it should give this. Anyways, no problem. Let's clean and so now you can see that this actually I'm showing you this result. So one by one we are printing the list entries, right? List entries. Now this is dictionary, and for this dictionary I can go and print like this for loop as well. So if I go and replace, nothing I'm doing, no changes. Simply I'm reading from the dictionary. I'm not reading from list now, right? From list item. Okay, I'll do one thing. DICT, dictionary item I'll make. And if I run this program, see the result. See. So let me go and remove this, means comment this line. Run this. Now you will see here that it is printing the first value, this item, right? Now think like this, that likewise we are printing R11 and R12, but before going there, you're able to understand these logics, right? Any difficulty on this? Firstly, I have used that list entries. Now I am using the dictionary entries. You are able to understand this? Easy, right? Straightforward.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm getting.
Okay, great. So now think like this, that okay, we are printing these entries. Now I want to print this. How I can go and print?
No idea.
Okay.
Just
So
putting, I guess, 2 points.
yeah, let's
Oh.
see. If you go and point some items, sorry, that typo is there. Items, right? But it is telling that thing. I'll come to this filter as well, that I want to print only these entries. But now what you are printing the dictionary items. So first we are printing this portion, right? Let's see, remove this. Should see the differences in this. So you can see that, oh, what is this? Tick is not callable. Sorry, my bad. Now it will be correct. Now let's see the difference. You please try to understand the difference in between these. And let me remove this list here, just for an example. How we are printing what portion in this complex example. right?
Because the dict items is a function already in Python that exists over there. Dictionary item is a function already in Python.
Yes, yeah.
Basically.
This is one function, yeah. For dictionary, yes. Right now, again, we want to go this and print this, IP and print this, these individual items. Likewise, think how we can go and achieve that task.
At the
if you
end
wanna
of
what?
the
Yeah.
Go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, so at the end of the print, just add the index there. No, on the well, actually,
Here.
but at the end of the variable, yeah, the
Okay. So
items,
then
then put an index there. Yes, and 2 points, only 2 points. If you put like
this.
I don't think so. No,
It will not work.
but something similar. Yeah, something similar like that.
Okay. Shall I do anything
Yeah,
after this?
like if you instead of interface you put 0 or 1, you will get something, right? You will get the first item there. If you remove interface.
Okay. Interface. So what you
Yeah,
are telling? Remove this.
yeah,
What you're telling?
yeah. Remove that and just put like a number, a 0 or 1,
Okay.
but
So
but but
entry.
without the apostrophe. Yeah, just the number.
Okay, you're telling like this. Okay.
Yeah, that will bring you the first one, right?
Second one, because 0.
Or yeah, or the second one again.
So you
Yeah.
can see this we are printing, right? Let me go and comment
Oh,
this.
yes, you can comment so we can see only one.
You can see interfaces, because this is 1, so this is 0. And because we have print a statement twice,
Just printing the same.
and if you make this 1, so you can see device and their value. Now we can split in
Yep.
between 0 and 1, right? Good. Now what I want to print this, only the value. I don't want to print the interfaces, IP, and I just want to print these values.
You
How we
can do another loop inside.
okay, with the same loop, will it work?
Or yeah, with the same loop, I guess it should work.
Think.
If you do print, yeah, it has to be the this is a good one. I guess you need to put the variable there, the items.
Variables. Okay, so variable, you're gonna dict items. Okay.
And then items, I guess, and index 1,
Like that you're telling, or maybe like
or maybe 0, 0 comma with a comma and 1 and 0, 0 comma 0. That will, yeah, but without the apostrophes. Yeah, it
so
should
you're
be like,
telling me 0, 0, like this.
yeah, I guess that will bring you the first. Maybe try that one.
Okay. You can see the error. Tuple
Yeah,
indices must be integers, slices not. So Why it is not working? It is telling that this is the dictionary. Within that dictionary, we have the 1, 2, 3 tuple. But anyways, no problem. We'll not go in that complexity. So if I go here and give interfaces, what will happen? It's telling that you can't go and print like this. So for that, what we are doing, that since this is the key value pair, we can go and read the items in terms of key and value. So I can go and create one function. So let's see, instead of reading this like this, you can go and read like this, say AB or maybe key value. So for key value in configuration items, and then you can go and print as per your requirement. So suppose this is the key and this is the value, but again then you have the key and value. So now if I go and print, let's see, one by one we'll understand that. Let's try to understand what is the key and what is the value, and then we'll go there in detail. So value. We'll see the error also. There are some errors as well. If we can go and use like this, we are using some functions, right? When you are using this, you should go and close this, right? See, try to understand this logic. Key and value, we're separating. Otherwise, you can see earlier that we are referencing 0, 1, and 1 and 0 in between. Now this is little bit easy to pass that, right? Key and value. Now we can split this part and this part. Now, if we have to go within this portion and this portion, that means you can go and focus on the value part. So if I go a little bit more within the value, for example, if I go to print, go here and do that F, and for example, if I go within the value, and here if I go within the interfaces, you see that first we have printed key and value. Now we have value is what? This. And within this, I'm locating interfaces like, within value, just check this interface. And if we'll go and run this, since you know that key and values, let me hide this, we'll have less output
Yes,
now.
the
We can
Ethernet.
see. Yeah, printing just the interfaces, right? Likewise, if you want, you can go and print the IP, right? And the mask. So you can see interface IP mask. Interface IP mask. Since this is a for loop, so key value it is checking in this line and then it is going into this line, and likewise it is printing the result, right? So now if we go and make little bit readable, so I want to print the device info one by one, new line character /n, and then I can go to this key, and this key is nothing. The host name is this, and then I can /n.
The first print should be on the top of the for, right? So you only print that one only one time.
I'll come to that point. The configuration will be where you can see that we are printing the output in this way, like the device info one by one. The host name is R11. The configuration will be this. Even we can remove. That's the same thing you're telling, right?
Yeah, that's what I was telling you.
The print
Yeah,
statement we should go
yeah,
on
just
top.
on
So
top
it
of
will
the
not.
for on the loop.
So it will not come again and again and again, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And while you're ending your program, after that also you can go and give one statement here, like here, that end or the script completed. The script, whatever is script here, is completed. You are before the loop you are printing something. After the loop you are printing something. So you can say like that. You will start your program and then you will end the program. Again, you can format this in nicer way, and that is easy to do. But this is one of the tough example we have. But with this example, we have learned a lot about the dictionaries, about the list, so many things we have learned, right? And then how we can go and go within the item, slowly we have moved items within the items. All right, let's move on. See, this is the program. Even now we can go and define one function, so we can add little bit more complexity in our program. What I'm telling here is this, that this portion that we have, right? This portion we have, we can define one function, say def device config, and there you can give this key and value as a argument, and then you should shift these things because you should have some space there. Should go and shift these. And then you will see that we should have some main function. So I should go and define the main function in the bottom, and then I should go and call that function. But anyways, what we want to do here is this, that once you go and create your program, then you should go and call the program, right? But while calling the program, these things we should do in the main function. So now you'll see, now there is no point putting the print statement with a spaces and all. Let's go here. This way, our program will be little bit much more modular. Now, if you go and run that program, you see that's the same output we are getting, but this is the way that we should write. You are defining one function, and later on you can go and call that function in the main program. This is also not a good way. We should create some main program, and then we should go and call our functions within the main program. That is exactly how it is here. Instead of key value, we have some device and config like that, but things are almost the same. right? Good job. So you'll get the output like this. Oh, we completed this particular section. Today we'll not go next section. We can pause here. Thanks everyone. Thanks for joining. Today we have last session on Python, that is unit number 5. And after that we have one big assignment. So next session, next class we have in Python related to assignment. In that assignment, what we'll do that with that Python script, we will log into the devices one by one, and we are going to configure different type of networking parameters such as access list, SNMP, AAA, all those things. So we are going to use one of the Python inbuilt module like paramiko or netmiko, and with that netmiko or paramiko module, we will log into the devices, and then whatever skills that we have studied so far related to, for example, we are going to learn about file handling, error handling. Then we learn about the data types such as dictionary, list, and different type of conditions like for loop, while loop, if else conditions. So we are going to use all those conditions, all those Python, you can say that Python tools to build big program, and with that program we'll go and configure the networking devices. That is one of the assignment we have, and that we are going to complete in the next session. The next session we have assignment, and next week actually we have not only we have assignment related to Python, we have assignment related to CCNA as well. So next week we have 2 assignments, and you will like that. All right, so let's start unit number 5. It will be easy unit where you have to understand the files and exception handling. Files handling, that how we can go and open file, read and write. So far we have one program that is a standalone. In that program we are importing packages, but in that program we are not importing anything from the storage. So suppose in my laptop I have some file and I want to read the contents of the file and want to take action within my program. So those type of things we can do with the files handling techniques. And then second topic we have that is also very important, that is error handling and exceptions. So what is error handling and exceptions? While writing the code, there may be chances that some exceptions can happen. While writing the code, there may be chance that you want to log into the device. Suppose I have one program that I want to log into the devices one by one, and I want to take the configuration backup. Now, in that case, what will happen that suppose if few of the devices are unreachable, then your program will throw some error. And to know those errors, you should put some error handling or exception handling in your program. So you'll come to know at which particular part of your program something wrong is happening. That is error handling, exception handling, etc. We'll see that today. Apart from that, we have inbuilt packages, and we know these things that, yeah, you have to import certain packages. For example, if you want to log into the devices, you have to go and use a netmiko. Netmiko is also one program written in Python. Some scientists, some researchers, they have wrote such type of programs that will go and use within the Python program as a import a netmiko or paramiko, because I want to SSH to the devices. Likewise, if you want to calculate the date, time, calendar, some mathematical operations you want to do, you can go and use such type of packages, inbuilt packages in Python, and that will work. That we'll see in the upcoming example. So let's move on to the file handling. Let's see one example related to file handling. So here you can see that we have one dictionary, key and value. Configurations, in that we have key and value. So router 11, 12 and other switches, key and value. And then you can see that we are using file handling operation here. So with open, configurations.txt. We are opening this file. This condition means that we are opening this particular file as file, and then we are reading the configuration. So this is the condition here. Device and config in configurations.item. So it will go and read this and this part, device and configuration part. And then in this file, you can see I have file because it is open as a file. So in this file, I will go and write file.write devices configuration /n config. So device and their configuration with /n. That means some space is there. I will show you that how it will work, and then we are printing it. This is the last line. This is once you go and end this condition, then you can go and print such type of a statement. Now this is very easy, a small example, but such type of examples only you will see in the big program as well, where you will go and take some conditions, right? You will go and take some conditions, or you will go and open some file. Maybe in your example, you have list of devices, suppose R11, R12, R switch 110, switch 10, etc., etc. So you have list of networking devices, and in that list of networking devices, you will go and log in one by one. So you will go and put the condition with open devices.txt, and then read the devices one by one and push the configuration one by one. Now I have taken this example, like such type of use case in the assignment as well. You will understand this more in the assignment as well, but let's try to understand this. Let's go. Let me break this example in pieces. Let me save one file. Oops, not like this. Let me save this file as a test.py something. Test file is already there. Save. Okay, so I have one blank file here. Let's go and create our dictionary configurations like that. Configurations equals to key and value pair, right? So key, and then you know that we'll go and give the colon value. So in the value, we are going to put the configuration, interface, interface. What is that interface? Ethernet, right? Ethernet. Suppose 0/0, and then we want to separate it with /n because we want some new line, and then we want to write something. IP address 192.168. This is very simple type of dictionary, because here you have only key and value. 255, 255, 255, 255, 255.0. Right. Likewise, we'll go and split it, but we'll see one by one. Rage joining back. One by one, we'll go and check this. Now, this is configuration. If I want to read it, let's see. First of all, let's see in this configuration that how it will be treated. If I go and print like this, what will happen? Now in this configuration, if I want to read R11 and this value separately, what I can do here?
Do a for there or a loop.
Loop, okay. So for A, B in configurations dot items, like this, and then print AB, like that you're telling?
Yes.
So you can see that we are printing A and we are printing B. And if I want new line character after A, so what I can do in the print statement area? Can I
Add the
do like
slash n. Yeah.
if I do slash n, so you can see that what is happening here. Okay. So obviously it will throw error. So what we can do now?
Put it with the apostrophe.
Space, no?
So we can do like this, and then I have to put this like this, right? Now let's see.
And you need to close it. You will get an error as well.
So you can see that it is telling the function you're starting, but you should go and close this. So you need to close this, and now you can see that we have R11. First of all, the device name, and then even I don't need this comma and all. Oops. So now you can see that we have the device name and the configuration. In the device, after this device name, we have put slash n here, so should get the new line character. But in B, the value that we have B, here it is automatically going to the new line character. Why? Because here you can see that we have slash n here, right? So that's why it is going to the new line character automatically. And there is one a smaller space as well. So now we can see that, okay. Now if I want to make this little bit more like, little bit better, so what I can do that we can get, so device name is, and then the configuration is, the device name is R1, configuration is this. Even configuration we can print in the new line as well. So now you can see that device name is, configuration is, or maybe configuration below. Okay, it looks that we have better result. Okay. Now, if you see our example, in our example, we have 3-4 different lines. So if I go and put different lines, like for example, 4 different lines, this R12, suppose R router 21, and for example, one of the switch says switch 101. So this 2, this 3, and here that configuration. Switch port, switch port, what is that? Switch port mode trunk or something. Okay. So you will see that if you go and print, obviously it will throw error because our dictionary is wrong. Why it is wrong? Program will tell you where is the error in the dictionary. So it's saying that after one line you should put comma, and then now it is okay. Now if you go and print, so now you will see here that we have the device name and their configuration one by one, like that, right? Now what we can do here, that in this we can go and put that device config, just for our understanding, device comma config. This is device, and we want to print the configuration for that device, right? So if you go here and print, now you can see that same result, because anyways we are replacing AB with the device and config, right? Now these things are okay. We know these things. Earlier we have done such type of examples, but now what we want to do here is this, that we want to open one file, right? And in that file, we want to put these configurations. So suppose I don't want to print anything here, but I want to print, or I want to store this configuration in one of the text file, right? So what we need to do here, we have to put conditions, say with open, and what you want to open. So we want to open one file, right? And in that file, we want to put the values. My configuration.txt is my file name, for example, where I want to go and store something. And this will be stored as what? Say as my file. And then since you are within the condition, so you should go and give some more space here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want to print this at the moment, but I want to write something within the within this configurations.txt. So what we can do, my file dot write,
The same that you have there in the print.
yeah. Right. Let's try this one more time. So now you're not getting any output, because you should get this output within this particular file, right? You're storing everything here as my file, and then my file write, same thing. So let's see.
In which folder they will put it in the same that is running the program?
Yeah, it will be in the same folder where we have these programs. Even we can specify the location as well if you want. The location where you want to store, you can specify here which folder, where it is, all those things. So at the moment you can see that should have something my configure. Here you can see. Let me open this. I can see that is the output here. If I delete this file, or if the file is as it is, no problem. I can see there is no file here. If I go and execute the program one more time, you'll see this got created, and you have the output in that file. So this is something that we are writing to this file. We can read, we can open, we can do multiple things in that file. And that one example I have put in the assignment as well. Apart from that, I already told you, if you want to develop any type of program with any type of condition, whatever you want to do, you can come to me. You tell me that you want to do this, I can create a script, and that will work like that. That's open. That is open offer to you, Jesus. Anything, you know, any condition, anything, any operation you are doing via CLI to any of the devices, like not only Cisco, any devices. If they are supporting API, you will get it. Actually, it is easy. You can see that, few line of codes you have, and it will work. Now, what you need to do, just create functions, and put in the main program. And as we call the main functions, so whatever we want, we can arrange those things in the main function, and even we can put some menu as well. So in my assignment that we have, let me see if it is there in the, I have put menu based option as well in the assignment. Where it is, assignment, Python, full backup, Day1, somewhere it will be there. That I haven't shared. Menu, you can see this is our assignment that I haven't put in the shared drive with everyone. I will put this code as well after the session. So in this assignment, first I will start with a small, then I have clubbed everything in this menu program. Let me show this. This is going to be our assignment where I have different type of routers. Even these routers I can read. These devices I can read as a file. I can store this list in some file and I can read from there. And then we are putting the, see, this is a list, configuration list for ACLs, interfaces, SNMP, AAA. I can add anything, any number of configuration like this here. And then we have this function, configure router, within the try and accept. This is the error handling block. Connection, it should go and, so we are using NetMiko and Paramiko to connect to the devices. So it will connect to the devices and push the configuration, connect to the device and push the configuration. But you can see the menu. I have added the menu here. So let me run this program so you will understand more. Where it is in network automation. So if I go and run this 5 underscore menu, so now you can see it is asking network configuration menu. What you want to do, you want to configure access list, interface, SNMP, AAA, or you want to exit. Suppose I want to configure the SNMP, I'll push 3. And then actually those devices are unreachable. This will not work, but in the next class that we have related to assignment. So now it is telling that devices are unreachable. I have put the IPs here to the devices, but even these IPs that we have, we can put as an option. So once you will give the menu, it will ask what is the IP address you want to configure. If you give that IP, then only it will try to go to that particular IP. So multiple options are there. Either you can hard code those IP addresses, or you can put those IP list in some folder, some text, or it will be some user input. Generally, we are not using user input because suppose you have to configure 100 devices, you will not give 100 devices IP one by one. So either you will put somewhere in a Excel sheet or text pad or notepad, or you will hard code like this and you will put somewhere. Okay, so we will see such type of menus also we can create in our program. And to create such type of menu, what you have to do? You have to go and use the if-else condition. So you can see if choice 1 access list, if choice 2 interface command, like that, SNMP, AAA. And then if we go and use this, then it will go and use the function that we have defined here, like this list that we have defined. It will go and execute this particular part. Like that we have. Even we can go and give the function option as well. Suppose instead of this list of blocks that we have, different blocks we have, suppose if we have different functions, even we can go and put in the menu, different function call will happen with different options, like that. Okay. Let's go back. So this is the example related to file, and I have some more example as well, read and write, but you can understand, you can write like this, line argument. If you want some menu command line argument, then you can go and use this argument option. So while running the command, so far what we are doing, so far while we are running the programs, here it is. So far while running the program, what you are doing, that you're running, let me exit from this first. Okay. So you are giving the python.exe and the program name. But if you want some ABC arguments passing with that, then you can go and use this argument function. So for that, we have this argument function that is also useful sometimes, that we are creating some applications with this Python program. You want some web browsing. So suppose you have one use case that you want to develop some Docker containers, like your program should go and open the Docker, and within Docker, you have all these options. Or maybe suppose the same type of program I want in some website, like one nice web page will open, and in that web page, it will tell, okay, you what you want to configure. In that, you have some fill in the blanks, router 11, you put R11. Like that, you can create some argument based options in web page as well, and in CLI as well. For that, we are using this argument functions. While running the program, you can see usage is this. While running the program, you have to pass some argument as well. And the format is very much the same. Only condition you can see sys.arg is more than one, then file name, and then they read the file name, else go outside. The same program we are going to put within the try and accept, that we will learn after this slide how it is working, this try and accept option. And then you can go and use the arguments. This is good. This option is good. Sometimes we are using this option, but generally we will see that we will go and use the menu based option, or even we can go and use all the program within the Docker containers. Those options are more usable. Either you can go and develop some applications, because applications has more user interaction than the normal Python program. So multiple options are there in the program. But yeah, we have option related to argument that will take the command line argument. Right, so next topic we have related to the error handling. Let me go to the error handling, then I will come to the packages and the functions. I should have the error handling. Have I missed that? Errors and exceptions, right? Error and exception. This is important because in the professional programs, you will not see any program without this error handling options. You must have error handling options within the program, and you will see that. So let's see the program that we have, how we can go and put the exception handling. We have one function, and that function itself, this is the standard format of the program. In the assignments and in the upcoming programs, when we are developing the program for Cisco DNA and Cisco SD-WAN, then our functions, they are part of this loop, like this condition, error handling. So first we are giving this condition, and then only we are going to any other condition. So your program should start within the try and accept, and then you can do whatever you want to do. So here we'll see that with open file name, and this statement we know. Just now we completed this statement. So with open configuration.txt as read, R as a read as a file, read as a file. Now content equal to file read. So we are storing everything within the content, and then we are returning the content. And suppose if this file is not there, then it will generate the exception. It will tell file not found, and then it will tell, okay, this file, this not found, return. And then you can go and call this function, right? So easy logic, no much no much problem in this. You can go and use this anywhere. So suppose if we have our program, this program, if I have to go and add the exceptions here, how I can go and add? Let's try to understand this. So see, this is our configuration and everything, right? First of all, what I will do that we'll go here and create one function, my file. And if you want, you can put some arguments as well here, like, device and config. Before, let's remove that. I'll come back and I will put some argument there. Okay. And now since this is a function that we want to define, say my file, we'll call this, and let's see, run this test dot something. Why it is throwing error? Because should give some colon there. So see here, check this error. What it is? Oh, we are in wrong directory. Where it is? It is in the 5, right? Day. That unit 5, and then I think 5. Okay, let's go to unit 5 and then 5. What is that? Within unit 5 I have this. Let me try to run this test. Working fine, and let's check the folder. We are here, and my configuration, if I delete this, if I go and run this, call this, now you can see that my configuration, it is 636. Okay, so it is working with this. Now we want to generate some error in this program. How we can go and generate error in this program?
Put another name, maybe.
Because we are creating something, because this will create the file. If I move this as a read,
Yeah,
suppose I
written.
want to read something, but the condition is something that is telling that write. Let me do one thing. First, I'll show you the example, and then we will add our lines as well. So suppose I want to read from this my configuration 1.txt,
One.
because 1 is not there. And then what we can do? Content, something like content equal to my file read function, and then we want to return something, right? Let's see, we have done a small change here in the program. Now you see the error. Now you can see the error. It's telling that this file is not existing because this file is not there. So how it will read? It is throwing the error. Now we want to do error handling. So what we can do? We can go just below to the function and we can go and use try block here, and within try we are developing our program. So we should give some space like 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4. And then once you are giving the try block here, just below you want to give the exception as well. This place just below this try, the same line, except say file not found error. There are different type of options with this. And now we want to print something. Error. What error?
The file was not found, something like.
The file. Yes, you're right. My configuration 1 txt, something like that you can give. Let's see. First of all, let's see this much. Then we'll move on. So now within error we have error. You try to check this, why we are getting this error, line number 19. This is the, I should use something like why this is throwing error. I need this file name, but this file name should be as a variable, not the value, right? And I want to give this name. That's why here you can see the arguments will come into the picture. These the parameters that we are putting, they are coming into the picture. I want to read this file name here in my except block. How I can do that? Asking, do you mean these configurations? Okay, at the moment, I'll come to that point. Let's make this simple first of all. The file is not found, means it is going to the except block. So in this small program, what we want to do, that we want to read something from one non-existing file. We are reading the content, returning the content. Since that is not there, so it is going to the except block and it is telling that file not found. Now we have the file, suppose, and we want to read it. So now you can see that it got executed. You can see no error. That means this file is there, that it is returning some function, returning some value. So that's why it is hitting this. The point here is this, just to understand the logic. What is the exception handling block is doing? That within the block, if any error is happening, it is going to the exception and it is calling that exception. That, for example, in this case, anyways, we are handling with, or we are playing with the file use cases. So the exception is this, that if file is not there, we are mentioning this file not found error. If I go and remove this, make one, will happen. Let's see. See, error, file not found. Because I don't know, means is it file error or within file something issue or some path error, etc., etc. So directly we can go and use try and accept. But if you know that error is related to file not found, etc., you can put that as well, right? After accept. Or without that also, it is throwing error, file not found, because anyways we know that the file not found error is there. Okay. Now, if you want to print these functions and all, you have to give and put some arguments and all those things that we have done earlier. So we have to go return back to our base program, and then we have to go and play around with this. Base program means that the earlier that we have programs and we have A and B and all those things. And in that base program also that we have developed earlier, like that we have something. Put the arguments and print everything with the arguments. So then it will go and throw that error for us, right? Like that you can develop more. You will see in this program. I think I should have this. Try, you can see, and accept, and accept as E. Yeah, you know, like that you will see. So I have only one function, but because since I have developed different examples, so you will see this try and accept will come again and again. But again, this is something that more you will work on such type of use cases, more it will come. So don't worry. Even we have some more examples here in the document that you can go and have a look on that. Now, next parts are very easy. Date, time, and time. These are important when you are doing the troubleshooting. So when we are developing the SDWAN troubleshooting scripts, so at that time, we want to know the timestamp, exactly what is the time when router got rebooted, what is the time when OSPF got flapped, what is the time when OMP was not working. Even when we are developing the scripts related to Cisco DNA assurance, at that time, in the assurance part, this time frame is very important. So these time, you can see date, time, and time you can install as a pip install date time as a package within your Python program. And next time you can go and just call these functions. So for example, here you can see the small example, now equal to date time dot now, and then print current date time, and it will print. So what we are doing, that we are calling this means as a package, and then we can go and call these functions again and again and again in the program. These are nothing but inbuilt modules or packages that we can call within the programs. Suppose I want to print calendar, then I can go and use the calendar function, current year and all those things, and then we can go and print it. So these are the small examples we have that I already had here. Let me run one of the examples. So modules 5.5 is there. Okay. So here you can see this date, time, and all those things. I can go here and I can run 5.5 module, and you can see the current time is in this format. So we are printing the current time now. So this is the time 6:47. Then formatted time. So we are doing some formatting. Percentage, year, month, date, hour, minute, second, like that we are printing. So this is the time that is getting printed by the system. And then you will see the time that we are printing here as a formatted time. So in the formatted time, we want to print as a year, month, day, hour, minute, second. So year, month, date, hour, minute, second is the formatted time. And then you can see the elapsed time, like if you want a start time, and if you have sleep timer of 2 seconds, and then if end time and like that. So this elapsed time 2 seconds and this much fraction of seconds, like that you have. You can go and call this function. There is nothing much in this, like, you can call the packages or modules and reuse in the function like this. This will give you the result. Then after that, we have some math function as well. Like, you can go and call math function number. If you want a square root of number, math is square root number, then it will go and print the number and the square root. Simple mathematical operations, such type of operations we can use in the networking as well. Networking, if you want to get some number, where is the example? Yeah, means some examples like bandwidth, aggregated bandwidth, like you have 10 different interfaces and you want to get the aggregation, so you can use it. Some other maths you can use, but generally this mathematics, these operations are not in use in our networking examples. They are used in scientific calculations, some machine learning, AI related programs and all. But in AI related programs, they have the different type of packages like NumPy, Psi, SKRT, etc. etc. This is something that will be used in normal, like, normal mathematics operations. Generally, in networking, you will not use such type of things. But yeah, option is there in Python. Then packages and the folders. This is little bit more related to professional programming. So when we are developing the programs for SDWAN and all, what we are doing, that we are putting different type of functions for different use cases. So what I'm telling here is this, that suppose I have one program related to, let me go to my SDWAN use case. Okay. So for example, I have one folder dev5. Now you will see that I created different Python file. One is for authentication. What it will do, that it is one of the program just for the authentication purpose. It will provide some token. So this is a small program where I put some API methods as well, but that is for authentication purpose. Then I have one utility program. If I want to read the IP addresses, if I want to do some utility, at the moment you can see only 3-4 lines here, but in utility we are putting all the utility functions. Then you will see this config where I have put the username and password. I'll go and read the username and password from this config file. Then you will see the monitor. I want to monitor. I have class defined monitor. I want to monitor device list, BFD, control, app route, ARP inspection, fib table, IPsec tables, like that, reboot and all those things. So I have that in the monitor function. Then I have main function, that is the actual program I will run. So I will go and run the main function where we have some menu here. And in the main function, once I go and run this, then it will go, and on top you will see that we are importing packages within the package. So from auth is what? Auth.py, import authentication. It will go and import this class. Within class, I have all the functions defined. From monitor.py, it will go and import the monitor class. In that monitor class, I have functions related to BFD, OMP, IPsec, ARP, etc., etc. Likewise, you can see that from config, I am importing the SD-WAN IP, password, and username. So this is some sort of modularity in the program. You're not putting everything in one file, but you have separate files to do separate things. Separate files placed at different locations. And then you have the main program. That main program we will go and run, and it will print you the output. Okay. If you have any question, please feel free to ask.